is they're actually quite flimsy. Here, Pops, we have our sheep packed in here. Today is a demo day. We're on this Prattley handler system. It's a mobile Prattley handling system. A wee bit of work to do with some hogger joes. We'll catch up with you in the field. Okay. Now, welcome back. Today, myself and the main man, Robbie, are on a little job here. We are testing out the Prattley Mobile Handler here with a manual drafter. We're on a little job with hoggets. Let's get to it.
I like what you call a little.
It would be a handy little half-day number for you.
Huh? And DSP, come back, please.
Yeah, handy little half-day. Just sure, Friday now, if this was DSP now, you'd be just rolling in.
I don't actually know what day of the week it is.
Yeah, well,
they tell me it's Friday all day.
I don't know myself a lot of the time, but we
it.
don't really need to know.
Not at all.
Right, well this is what we're facing here today. We've over 200 of these breeding hoggets. Well, the first job is to get this Prattley mobile handler set up. It is quite a bit of equipment. Never done this before, but it doesn't look overly complicated. We shall see how it goes.
Jesus, that's light enough.
Light, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, it's well balanced now. We'll say that first. Now, I have never done this before, but I'm sure we will figure it out. I think it's pretty straightforward. So this winch lets the pressure off these, and I can take this off.
I'm tired. Very good.
This off.
Wonder now.
Oh, quite handy to wheel this away now.
Wonder now.
So one of the next jobs I have to do is get off this light board. This is a requirement for travelling on the road here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, all is come prepared.
I'll give you the
Our dentist are
That's it. Okay. Slide it back. That's it. Now, so it's not that very heavy, is it? Wouldn't like to go too far with it, would you?
Just wouldn't like to go out the deli, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Lovely. This particular feature is the one thing I was looking forward to using most. Aluminium hurdles mounted on the side here, which should just all pull out like an accordion. We shall see how it works.
It's an accordion here.
No, not too bad. They're running out fairly well here. There's actually an impressive amount of gates on this.
Absolutely. Some outfit, but
No, not bad.
Jesus.
Handy enough.
Want to pull that one back a bit to you, or should all go?
There's a couple of brackets we have to put on that. We'll do
See
that
that?
in a minute. We're just going to let this other side of gates down. How many gates is on each side? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 gates. So that's 28-foot gates. This system, I believe, is designed for 250 head. It looks pretty short from here, but we will see. We'll give it a go.
That's okay.
Happy?
Jesus, that's not bad.
Not bad.
There we go.
Now, so this little bracket is the one that the weighing scales was sitting on. I'll just give you that, lad, Robbie.
Lovely man.
Good man.
Oh.
So the next part of the puzzle is this gate. It is the gate for the diamond setup. Now, and then that's actually quite an easy way of fitting that. Now, so the last piece to take off is this, the winch for lifting up the wheels. It all comes off in one block. That is it, nice bit of weight in that. So Robbie just has the back gate here. That drops into the frame there.
That it?
That is upside down.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So you'll see Robbie put that gate in upside down, which is an honest mistake. But I believe the idea is, you see it on the gates here, if a sheep jumps the gate and the leg gets in here, the leg will get back out. It's to stop sheep breaking their legs. It's a problem with horizontal bar hurdles where sheep can and will break their legs jumping out across them, especially wilder sheep. So these will stop that. I've actually had, in probably the first video I ever done, you might have seen my ram that had a broken leg. That's exactly what happened. He jumped over the gate and got his leg stuck. So those gates, you will not have that problem with them. So because it's such a closed in gap, they're less inclined to actually jump these gates because it's more of a visual barrier for them, so they're less inclined to jump. But we'll soon find out how that works. So probably a downside of these aluminium gates, and you've probably seen it when we were setting up, is they're actually quite flimsy. You'll see that. Not flimsy is probably the wrong word, but they're not as rigid as maybe a steel gate. But there is a solution to that problem here, and it is this bracket here. It's designed to take a lot of the pressure. That's the job, right? So this sits in there. Actually quite a simple way of fitting these. I thought you had to pull the pin, but if you look at what I'm doing here, the bracket actually, you can lift it all up and it sits into the bottom hole. And then there's a top little hanger, clips over, and that's it, secure. Now you have a couple of pins here. Robbie has the knife here. So these couple of pins here are just designed to go into the ground here. That is designed to take the pressure.
I'll get a hammer if you need.
Ah no, you're alright, Roberto.
Watch your foot here.
So those pins on that bracket will hopefully take a lot of the pressure that the sheep will put on these gates. We'll see how it works. That'll just take quite a bit of the pressure from stopping the gates from falling over. I don't think we'll put a pin in this. I'm not just fully sure what way this setup's going to work. We have our race here, 10-foot race. We have our pen set up. We just haven't got our diamond gate figured out yet, but we're going to get there. So you'll see our gates run out both sides here. Right, we have our setup done now. It should be a big enough pen. The biggest problem is always not having enough space to keep your sheep in to get the gates pulled around behind. So the pen is going to be plenty big enough. The next job is trying to get them in. Come on, Pops, here.
Come on.
Jump. Good dog. Good dog. Okay.
Hey,
away. Away. Now, I'm not sure how getting these in will go, but we shall soon find out.
Come on, Pop, come
Just open up this funnel a wee bit.
Hey, up. Hey, up.
The sun is directly in front of these sheep now, just up here. Always hard to get sheep to walk into the sun. Here, Pops, Pops. Here, Pops. Shh, shh, shh. Bring them on, Pops. That's it. Good dog. Good dog. Shh, shh. Walk on. Walk on. Bring them on, Pops. Shh, shh, shh. Shh. Come on. Here, here. Psst. Come on. Bring them on, Pops. Put them on. Bring them on. Shh, 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 shh. Bring them on, Pops. Okay, right. I think that is us pretty much set up now. We've our sheep well tightened in. We'll maybe give you a bit of a look at it here. So this is our handling system. We're set up here. We've got our diamond gate set up just at the end of the race. We've got Robbie all ready to roll. We have our sheep packed in here in a nice circular race. We've got our pins holding the pressure on the gates there, and then we have a few spare gates. I've 3 jobs to do today. 2 of them is in the race and the other one is kind of visually. I have to try and pick out a sheep for Dundalk show on Sunday, pick out one hogget. I have 1 possible sheep picked out. She is not bad, but quite a job to pick them out of. A big tightened up like this in a pen. Probably should have left the pen a bit wider and longer, maybe get a look at them walking around, but we'll tin a few of them out. We'll see if we can get something picked out. So put and click on these. Made the mistake last year. You might have seen that video, Dirty Maggots Eating My Money, where I clicked the sheep too late. But as we all know, on sheep school, every day with sheep is the school day. So I'm not going to make that mistake this year. Going to get them done. As I said in the last video, I don't have time to look at my sheep every day, and it just kind of pays me to have peace of mind that I won't have maggots on these sheep. So I'm using Click Extra today. It is this product again, very, very, very good product to prevent blowfly or maggots. Pricey, about €2 a head to do these sheep here, but at the same time, money well spent, I think. If I lose one of these sheep, a really good one, that's surely €250, €300 in value. So, plus they don't look that well going to the sale in Roscommon the last day of August, so it's not that far away. So if we can get them to that stage and keep them going the way they're going, just going to make use of the backpack here again. We can leave the bottle standing upright in it, so it doesn't actually have to come out the bottom. So it's just a bit more comfortable, and it frees up a hand as well, rather than going around trying to hold the bottle and spray them as well. So just stick the backpack on. These have been selling incredibly well, running a bit low on stock, but I think I will get some more in because there seems to be quite a demand on them. So a little clamp for the pipe here to keep it safe. So get it on here. On the holster here as well, so this will hold this will hold my gun here when we're not using it. Lovely, we'll get to it. Right, Robbie, are you ready to roll?
Ready to rock, we're ready to roll.
Okay, up you go. Lovely, lovely, that's it. Now, so not a job I particularly like doing, but we're just bolusing adult sheep here, the hoggets. You might see me bolusing the lambs. A couple of jobs to do. Going to bolus these and click them. So the slowest part of this job is going to be bolusing. Never actually thought of that one, but I've actually got a second holder on the belt, which is handy for the bolus gun. Happy days. Now, so just going to click these as well. So if you remember, the one area I had more problem with maggots is in the shoulders in these sheep. Not too bad around the back end. They're a naturally clean enough sheep, but that's not to say they get a good covering. But I always make sure to get the shoulders well covered from the neck back down. Now, this is the problem with bolusing. I do find a couple of them after throwing up boluses, not an easy job. and I do not enjoy doing adult sheep, especially in a race like this, but we are getting them done anyway. Not a simple job. That's a nice sheep there. Now, we are just picking a few out for the show. Found one in the middle here, is not bad, quite a nice sheep. So I'm not going to click her. I'm going to pick the few out that we're picking for the show. Just going to let them out to the diverter here and back in here. Come on, out you go. Come on, come on. Come on. Shh. That's it. Lovely. Now, so just bolusing away here in this race. You see the sheep have quite a bit of space to move around. Not a nice job, this bolusing, but it's a few tricks to it. You just have to keep applying pressure when you're actually triggering the bolus out of the gun. True test clock here if you are weighing. Very good weighing scales. 3-way drafting on it as well. So you have open and close at the front here, and then you have left and right openings. That's the left open and the right open here. So that is your drafting on it. I'll try and give you a better look at that. So your drafting here is out that side there. There we go. And we let the next one in. Come on, up you go. So we can let one out the front here next. Come on. Close it up. And then I can let one out towards you there on the camera. And let her out the front. Come on, out you go. Out you go. We can actually narrow it in. And there's an anti-jump bar on the top here, which is useful for flight here sheep. But I have not used this before, but I can see the way it works. You can just slide that across for narrower sheep. Very, very, very simple stuff. And it actually V's it down. I'll open the front there, and you might be able to see that. So you can close it in a little bit at the front there. It V's it in a little bit there, if you can see that, to reduce the sheep's mobility. Very useful, I suppose, if you're weighing lambs, that they're not jumping around and twisting around in the scales, which can be a disaster. Come on. Shh, shh, shh. Lovely job. So we're just talking about here in passing, myself and Robbie's having a bit of a chat. I was asking him how he was liking this gate. I wasn't convinced. I often seen it being used, and I didn't think it was that terrible good of a system. I often thought a hinge gate would be better. Robbie, your opinion, you're happy enough with it?
Yeah, yeah.
What do you like about it?
The lightness.
Everything's light, yeah.
Compared to the other ones you have,
Yeah.
That's light.
Well, I suppose for a man that's into his, would you be in twilight years? Should be heading that way?
Well, sure, I didn't make any appointment above.
Not yet. You're not heading for the departure lounge anytime soon.
You never know, the taxi could be full. Get them going.
Yeah, that's right. You give her a thumbs up. Quite easy to set up too, isn't it?
Yes. It's like an accordion.
Yeah, them gates are a gift.
I've never seen that before.
The aluminium gates are very handy. Oh, this is a real wrestler match. No, don't put her in it. Get a bit of click on these. That was quite a waste. Bit expensive for that job.
You reckon you change this system here?
Come on. Shh.
Come on.
Shh. That's the job. Lovely job. She's going. Do you like her?
I do.
It's a good shape, isn't she?
Yeah, good long back.
Now, come on. Out you go. Right, we'll draft this one out here. Lovely job. Well, are we halfway yet?
We are halfway.
Over it.
Over it.
And what's your opinion so far?
I'm very impressed with that.
You like the setup?
I do.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Yeah. I'm finding it good now. I'm liking this bit of work here.
The only thing, I suppose, that it's not their coffee machine.
We're just having them luxuries now in this job. Not be long though, man, it start to go down maybe.
I know, as long as you only get on one knee.
Yeah. We better less talk and more work. We keep
No,
going.
not saying now.
No, there's not much downtime, you're right.
Not much downtime.
Yeah. We're just getting used to this bolusing now. An older sheep wouldn't have that terrible much experience on this job. Wouldn't have done much bolusing with older sheep before. Just them rams, you might have seen me doing that on the with the shepherd's mate. So getting lots of practice in. Over 100 done here now at this stage. Not too bad. We're actually seeing a few coughing them up, but I've realised that you need to go a little bit deeper with the bolus gun, which isn't particularly nice when you're doing it, but there's not much point going through all the effort and them not actually retaining the bolus down. So we're just flying on with the click here as well.
That man is very stressed today. Come on. Shh. Come on. Come on, come on.
All right,
Come on, come on.
come on.
Come on, come on.
One more there, Robbie. Lovely. That's it. Oh, you see the anti-jump bar working there at the front. It stopped that sheep jumping out, but I probably should have the race narrowed in a bit tighter. Just using the weighing scales actually as a bit of encouragement to get that sheep to keep up the front. It's working well. Working for now anyway.
That's the main thing.
That's it now, hit your gear.
Up, up, up. Cheers, I thought I got 2 minutes this one.
That's it. All about the timing. Last one's done. Went pretty smoothly. Quite a bit of work bolusing them sheep. It's time consuming, it's slow work, but went very well. We'll just get these out here. Really happy with it. It's a good machine. Wasn't convinced on this gate here, but not a big deal. I thought a hinge gate would have been much better, but it's not a big deal. But was also worried about these bars on the floor. I'm not sure if you can see them. So I was worried about these here, this and this. And I'm sure you probably take that off when you're not using it, but I just didn't bother. And I can honestly say it wasn't an issue once. I didn't trip on it, or almost trip on it once. Actually worked fine. You just kind of get used to stepping over it, and it's not that high. But the one thing I definitely like about this race is the height that your sheep are at. It might sound small, but you'll see that the floor is actually solid, and the race is actually up off the field a little bit. So it's kept up off the bottom with this bar here, and this bar, and this one at the front. So it actually keeps the sheep up. They're about 4 inches higher off the field level, which is a major advantage. On the back, normally my back would be getting pretty sore after handling 200 sheep, but not too bad. All in all, a really good machine. Robbie, what's your
8 out of 10.
You're giving her 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Yeah, you liked it.
As I said before, it's user friendly.
Yeah, and light and easy to manage.
And easy to manage.
Yeah.
And when you get to an old bike like me, you want something light.
I suppose
Station queen or
there
something.
is a lot of truth in that. If you think about farmers are getting on, and even a lot of would say women in agriculture now, you need something that's not pretty heavy and
not too dear.
ignorant to work with. Well, I think the race system now, contact O'Donovan's in Cork, and thank you very much to them for letting us have the opportunity to try this out. It's worth contacting them directly, but I think this part of the system here, so your mobile section here with the 28-foot aluminium hurdles, is around about 7,400 or 500. I'm not fully sure, just check that. The weighing scales, the Prattley weighing scales on the front with the 3-way drafting, no clock, 2,400 for that race. I think maybe a little bit more, could be 2,400, but plus VAT again. But that is the weighing scales. But the weighing scales, actually really like the weighing scales. Accurate weighing, very good weighing, not much jumping around, but the drafting is excellent and no jumping. Really good the way you can narrow that in as well if you're weighing lambs, because the problem I saw before is lambs turning around, disaster. But a very good scales as well. But like the system, but I'm not fully sure if it is a drenching race. A lot of farmers, I believe, use a double race or a 3-foot wide race for working sheep, and this is at the end of it for drafting sheep. Robbie, I think we'll wrap it up. That is it.
Take it up the valleys.
Yeah.
My throat was cut.
Robbie's getting hungry here. We're going to pull the plug. But that is a look at the Prattley, the mobile Prattley handling system. If you want any more information on it, contact O'Donovan's in Cork. I'll pop the information in the video description. But that is it for today. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.
Keep it country, up Cork.